Okay, we are live. Okay. You want to do the intro?
Yes. Hello, people. Welcome
Got
to
it.
Two Nerds One Game. In today's podcast, today's voiceover, today's recording, we're gonna be going over the difference really between a gaming laptop, and a gaming desktop.
And also, well, that's the next video. We're not going to spoil anything.
Yeah. So quickly. Yeah, laptops versus desktops. There'd be so many different reasons on why you'd use them. So we could just get right into it. So
Yeah. I honestly prefer. Swift Killer prefers PCs, and I prefer laptops. So we're just gonna have an open-ended discussion about
desktops.
this.
I prefer desktops.
Yeah, desktop.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So I prefer laptops because first of all they're portable, and sure they're a little more expensive for the same like frame rate and stuff like that, but the portability aspect is just it just compensates for that because you can't move a PC that much when you go to like college, for example. You can't just like, well, it's not convenient to pick it up, move it to the dorm, then 6 months later when class is over, move it to the apartment, then move it back, and just you have to keep moving it, and it's just not convenient.
Okay. So that would be a reason you would get a gaming laptop, right? The reason I prefer gaming desktops is I didn't do this personal, but if it is a desktop, you can get it for so much cheaper by building your own parts. This can make it
You
so.
mean building your own PC, like buying the parts
Well,
raw?
buying the parts, yeah, and building it. If you're a video editor, for example, you might want to get like a lot more RAM and stuff like that. You know, it would really.
I mean, it's
you
not
can
actually
customize
building a PC is not as hard as you think. It's literally like Lego. You just click it in and that's it.
Yeah, so it's like both of them. This unlike the PC versus console, which let's be honest, we know which is the clear winner. This one is actually like a reasonable debate, and
Well,
you can
no,
you
actually,
can see why you'd
Donna,
have both sides.
Don't take a side on the PC versus console because they both have their perks and downsides. So
Well, yeah, you know what? Fine.
consoles are better for bang for buck, but PCs are better for just long term and everything
All
else.
right, you guys want to know information about it? Make sure you go watch the other videos.
Yeah, the other video entitled episode whatever, PC versus consoles.
Yeah. So either way, back to the topic. Desktops. First of all, you can create them for cheaper, and I get Hemi's correct about portability and all, but it really is not that hard to move it around. At least if you're gonna do it once every 6 months, from like your dorm to your house, for example, because I mean you just have the box, the magic box where all the magic happens. Then you have the HDMI cables.
He's
connecting
talking about the actual computer.
the CPU. And then it'll be connected to the display, which you can carry. It depends on how big it is, of course. That'll be more of a hassle. And that's the thing, because like if you want to, for Pro League, if you want to play professionally, you can pick the size of your display. For example, we're recording this computer on an
Alienware
Yeah.
Alienware laptop, which is actually the M17R3.
Yeah, and it's got a 17-inch display, which is pretty nice for today's generation gaming computers, right? But for the average gaming computer, I don't know if it's really always this big.
Yeah, the average gaming computer is M15, I think. Like it's 15 inch.
Yeah, and so 15-inch, obviously, it may seem big, but if you have a desktop, you know it's not big at all. My desktop, I mean my monitor size personally is overkill. I just have it because it was sitting lying around in my house.
Monitor.
I have a 32-inch monitor.
32 inch. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just overkill. Nobody. I mean,
I had it lying around, so I just used it instead of just buying a new one.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Like,
But and also the reason I like a desktop again is it's even though PCs in general are customizable, desktops may be even more customizable because obviously you're creating it, and you can buy like monitors with its own refresh rate. For example, the Alienware computer right now, you can pick between 60 and 300 hertz, and I think that's a huge gap, and there should at least be 120 or
there is a 120 hertz monitor, except like it's just that it's not as customizable. I mean, honestly,
that's the
actually,
thing.
you could plug this computer into just an external monitor, and it'll.
Yeah, but
It'll
then
run
again,
just fine.
if you're gonna, that's the thing, because you're paying extra to get the laptop, the stuff in a desktop to become
Yeah.
more compact onto a laptop, and so if you want to pay more to get an external display, I don't know.
It's not really worth it in my
Yeah,
opinion.
But
The display is still decent.
Depends on your like profession, or let's
Yeah.
say if you are like a hardcore gamer. Or
I'm a
streamer.
casual gamer, so 1080p works fine for me. But like, for example,
Well,
Swift
honestly,
Killer,
it also depends on the games you play, because
Yeah.
battle royales, Warzone, Apex Legends, you need to see people from far away in detail.
Well, I mean, I
people
could
may
see
use
people fine, but like,
yeah, I know, but if you want to be good at the video game,
yeah, you
or have
I mean,
a competitive edge, you'd want to have a 144 hertz, pixel display. But if you're playing more fast-paced games like CS:GO and Rainbow Six Siege, you would want to just have the higher hertz. So you would be able to customize that more with the desktop. But then again, laptops, they can work too, but really it's just finding your own laptop.
Yeah, but I also like laptops because you don't have to pay for a keyboard, a mouse. Well, actually, you do have to pay for a mouse, but you don't have to pay for display, mouse, cable, and also like you could just connect to any internet you want. I don't recommend it, but you could just connect to any internet you want on a laptop. But on a PC, you have to put in a fiber optic cable, I think.
Well, I don't think you have to, but it would definitely help.
Yeah, it will definitely help. But like, laptops work fine on internet. Like, for example, I have crappy internet, but my latency is still only like 27 milliseconds.
Yeah, it honestly depends on your computer's Wi-Fi cards, and that's why, because I'm gonna be honest, most gaming laptops come with really good Wi-Fi cards anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like if you customize it, you're gonna have the edge, because you just get the same Wi-Fi card. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be really the main points to discuss about, a laptop versus a desktop. So this really depends. If you're like a hardcore streamer and you're going on some vacation or something, but you still want to record or stream like once or twice,
Laptop is the way to go.
you can. Well, you'd probably have a desktop at home, but you should consider buying a laptop, at least a decent one.
Yeah, if you're earning enough money. If you're
Yeah,
like earning
of course.
$5 per video, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Also, that's if you're that kind of person, then yeah, a laptop and a desktop, but a laptop would definitely be helpful.
Yeah.
But if you're like me and just sit inside and that absolutely has nothing to do with their life, and yeah, you can get a desktop because it's not like you're gonna go anywhere. And
Yeah, but for example,
especially,
Swift Killer,
yeah.
he spent he basically for his birthday he got a desktop instead of a laptop. And now when he goes to college, he'll be forced to use this really old 2011 MacBook, which barely runs. And I mean, he could bring his PC to college, but then that would mean that like he can't go to like lectures and lectures and stuff like that, because you can't just bring a PC or like desktop
over to your lectures. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. So yeah, like I mentioned, of course, if you're a student, I would completely recommend getting a laptop, a gaming laptop, because it would be beneficial for school and games. It would be like a two for one.
Yeah.
But again, if you're an adult, you're sitting home and you literally have nothing else to do with your life, and it's quarantine.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
with laptops, you can come over to your friend's house and like have fun.
Yeah, that's a huge plus with laptops. For example, right, Hammy can come over to my house once in a while and bring over his laptop, but I can't bring over my chunky ass desktop over. So that's just not. Again, there are downsides and upsides to laptops. It's like, for example, if you keep charging it, like if you charge it constantly, the battery will become bad. But that's not a concern with desktops
because you
you're
don't have a
perpetually
battery.
charging it. Yeah, and so it's like it's really up to you at the end of the day. If you're gonna be a nomad and play games wherever you go, then laptop is definitely the way to go. But if you're going to really if you know that you're gonna go home and play games only at your desk and nowhere else, and you're not gonna like take it to your friend's house or whatever, or you can't, yeah, then it's better off you get a desktop because it's gonna be a lot cheaper.
All right. And now we're gonna start. Oh, that's the end. 10 minutes. Okay, cool.
Alright. Okay, so this is the end of another episode of Two Nerds One Game. If you guys liked it, if you have any opinions, make sure to share it in the comments below. And since we don't have any subscribers, literally zero, as of this moment.
Yeah, as of this recording.
We will be checking everything we get. And so...
Yeah, your subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And also, remember, this is just our opinion. So please don't roast us in the chat.
Well, in this case, we're just kind of showing options.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Either way, thank you for listening.
if you have any suggestions on how to improve our quality, please leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.